Hi, my name is Tim Coon. I am the city manager for the city of Meriden, and I have been the city manager since September of 2018, so not quite a year yet. I describe it as a hidden gem, surrounded by many paths to get to it. It's centrally located, certainly in the state, with excellent transportation networks to bring it to our little valley. It's a green city with wonderful parks and people and a lot of history. It's a compact place and with hills surrounding the entire valley that give you great views from the top and have hundreds and hundreds of acres of parkland. Well, I think the biggest stereotype is that it's not a good place, that there is a lot of poverty and with a lot of the problems you would see in very low socioeconomic neighborhoods, and that's just not true. It is one of the a typical early or typical industrial city of the Northeast, where businesses that once sustained it have moved on, are closed, etc. Meriden is known as the Silver City because the large concentration of silver makers that once made a home in the city. They are no longer here. But there's a great deal of industry and manufacturing still being done in the city. It's just not downtown anymore. It's just moved to other areas around the city. So how do you respond to them? The negative stereotypes is continually talk about the successes and the what it's really like in Meriden, which is a safe, pleasant city that really is looks a lot like the rest of America. All those claims are factually false. You can look at that however you want to. Each one of those claims, you can look at them in the specific or in the aggregate. Meriden's crime has dropped it's dropped. The latest information I have right here, I'm looking at it across the board over the last 5 years to amongst some of the lowest, or actually the lowest rates ever recorded. Our crime rates are lower than the U.S. as a whole, so it's actually safer here than the United States as a country. Is it as safe as a Greenwich or a Glastonbury? No, it's a different, slightly different socioeconomic status, but it is still very much of a safe place. Schools are not overcrowded. That is not an issue. Our population, our students per classroom are fit right in the norm of Connecticut, which is frankly lower than the country as a whole. So across the board, Meriden has better statistics. Even, remember, this is taking into account every place in the United States, so Wyoming, Florida, California, New York. By every statistic that we see here, Meriden as a city is safer than the USA as a whole. Its income level, 75% of the population in Meriden makes either $35,000 or up per person, not per family, per person. Meriden is a solid middle-class city. The vast majority of, frankly, almost 90% of the population has either high school, college, associate's degree, bachelor's degree, or above. So a very, very small percentage of Meriden residents do not have a high school degree. The city is really a good aggregate, a good look at what the entire United States looks like. Well, if they were to come and check out Meriden, three of the things that I would recommend is come right downtown. We have a totally revamped, renovated, rebuilt downtown in a gem of a green that used to be an urban brownfield that is now a wide open green space that affords spectacular views to the hillsides around us and the hillsides around us. So that would be one, the Meriden Green. Then of course there's Hubbard, Castle Craig up in Hubbard Park. The drive up there is beautiful. There's a hidden lake up there, and then when you get to the top, you can have views where you can see all the way to Long Island Sound and all the way up to Mount Tom in Massachusetts. You'll see the New Haven and Hartford skylines. And then on the other side of the valley, we've got Jafrida Park, which is known for there's a reservoir and beautiful hiking trails and a golf course, one of the top public golf courses in the state, right there abutting the park. So there's the downtown is beautiful with the green. You've got Castle Craig and Jafrida Park. So that kind of gives you an opportunity to see a whole bunch of different things. Meriden is definitely on the rise in terms of the perception of what's happening in the city, because of the hard work that has been done by the city and its residents over the last 10 years. Very significant changes have been made to the infrastructure, both economically, physically, and mentally. That Meriden is not a city that people have left and it's been vacated. That is vibrant and exciting and beautiful. So those would be my takeaways from this conversation.